Hi everyone. Welcome to my channel. So now I am going to discuss about applications. What is application? So in nowadays everyone knows about application. An application generally we use to call it as apps. So app is nothing but a user task. Suppose you want to book a ticket or you want to book a product. You want to book some food or you want to transfer money, you want to get money from other account, or you want to book railway ticket, bus ticket. So these are all different user tasks. So in order to do these tasks, we will develop the applications. We will develop and we will do the task. So when we are developing the application, what are the things we will consider, right? So first thing, how can we develop the application and what are the user tasks we have to perform and how to implement it, right? So these are the basic things we will analyze before start implementing it, right? So first let's talk about how this application we can implement it. So what are the things we have to develop the application, right? So we have different technologies to develop the application. So let's let's take for example what are the applications we have. We have for ticket bookings we have uh, IRCTC and Redbus, so on. So we have same way. Suppose if you want to withdraw money or deposit money, we have a Phone Pay, Google Pay, Paytm, Paytm. So these are the different apps we have. And suppose if you want to buy the products, so we have a Amazon, Flipkart, right? So likewise, we have many applications we have to buy the products. Whereas suppose if you want to buy the food, right? So we have a Swiggy, Zomato, right? So likewise, we have different types, different applications we have nowadays. What we will do, we will install these apps, and uh, we can we can perform the corresponding task. So if you have a mobile, so you can download those apps and you can work with those apps. If you don't have the mobile, so you can open the application in the browser and you can work with that application. So Phone Pay, Google Pay, Paytm, this these are the mobile apps. Same way IRCTC contains mobile app as well as web application app. So you suppose if you don't have a mobile, you can open your laptop and you can open the IRCTC and you can book the ticket. Same way Redbus, if you don't have the Redbus app, you don't have a mobile, you can open the browser in your laptop and you can book the Redbus. Right? Same way Amazon, Flipkart, everything. Right? So we have we have applications that support mobile as well as both also mobile as well as computers. So in your laptop also. Say this is my uh, client and this is my server, right? And I have the database. This is my database. So client will not interact directly with the database. So only server can interact with the database. So this is everything is one entity. So server and database is one entity. So client in the sense he sent the request and server process the request and so it will check the data against the client, whatever the user sending the data. So whether it will validate against the database and it will check it. So when user send the request, so this is the request coming to client, and client will interact with database, and the, once he verifies the data, then again he will send the response back to the client. So this is the request, and this is request. This is response. Right. So now if you see here, client means a browser. So install if you install PhonePe app, so PhonePe is a client. So where you send the you are sending the amount, you are sending the amount to another person. Same way, if you install Swiggy, you are booking the food. In the same way, if you install IRCTC site, so yeah, IRCTC app, so you are booking the ticket, right? So if you so likewise, these are all clients, right? So these are all the client apps. Suppose if you open the computer and if you open the Amazon and if you book the product, so that is also client. Browser here, browser is your client, right? So this is client, and this is through browser you are booking the this is browser client. So I am so this is client, I am telling this as a mobile client, right? So this is mobile client and this is browser, right? So through browser also you can send the request to the server, and server will process the request and send the response back. So this is browser. So you open the laptop and you book the you open the Amazon in the browser and you book the product, right? Same way, this is the request, this is request, and this is my response, right? Now, so same way we have a mobile client browser. Some companies, they in some projects they use their own client systems. So that is, I will mention that as a own clients or uh, own system, own systems. So they have their own systems. They have their own client systems, own client system. So they also send a request to the server, right? So this is their request, and this is their response, right? So this is request, this is response. So Even there also they are sending the request, and so from their own client system they are sending the request and they are getting the response. So likewise, there are many different client systems, and they will send the request to the server, and server will process the request, and they it will validate against the database, and they send the response back to the client. If you see here, all of the client system as well as server system, and I should have a database. So for mobile app, you will develop the app for mobile purpose as a client, and whatever the actions you are performing, so for that you need a server. So because the server will process the client request, so that required, and you need a database. Suppose you don't want, you are not developing mobile application, you are trying to developing some web application. So in that case, we will develop the web application for customer, sorry, for the laptop. So browser, any customer, any user can open that web application in the browser, and they will send the request. So this is for mobile client in the sense. So this is mobile apps, mobile app, apps, and this is browser in the sense web application. So this is how different clients we we should develop when we talking about the uh, application. In the if you here only you can see client only see the front end application. So whatever mobile app or web application you develop, so client can see that application only, but he cannot see the backend. So how the backend works, he don't know. So when clients send the request, how backend working, what are the programming languages they are using, and what is the database this application is using. So that and all he never knows that. He don't care about that. What he wants, just he he trying to sending about 10,000. So that 10,000 sending 10,000 is working or not. He is booking the product. So product booking is working or not, and he is booking the food. So food booking is working or not. So these things only he understand it. He cannot understand how the back end is working and what is the database it is using. So this and all he is not aware of it, right? So this is how the overview of the application. And now coming to technologies, how can we implement this how can we implement this? So we have different types of technologies to develop the applications. So when we talking about front end, front end, we have a Angular, Angular, and React, and mobile application, and Ionic, right? And these are the different technologies we have to develop the front end application, right? So coming to back end. So we have a Java, Python, Python, .NET, right? So likewise, we have different technologies we have to develop the backend application, right? So and coming to database. So coming to database, we have a Oracle, MySQL, Postgres, MongoDB, DB. So likewise, we have different types of databases we have. So any application, any backend technology can work with any database. And the same way, this any database work with any backend application. So that compatibility is there between backend and the database. But front end, no. So directly Angular cannot connect to the Oracle. Same way Angular cannot connect to MySQL directly. So this is how mm, there are different types of technologies we have to develop the application.